Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz on December 21, 2016, 2:20 a.m. Have some interesting subject here. And I'll ask a question. Where is George Soros? I got an email from a person today. By the way, I need to spread this to you because it's in relation to the Dinar, some not so good news. We don't know why, but it doesn't sound good today. But then it could change, tonight. But let me tell you what I ran into here. A friend of mine emailed, and we're talking about, or she sent me a thing saying that she's on a web letter that she gets from a person that heads up the Dinar Guru site. Her name is Blanche. And this friend of mine emailed me and said, hey, I got some news about maybe by Christmas. I said, I call her C. C, I don't think so. I said, here's what I heard and here's what I'm reading right now. And then she said, well, the reason you're hearing that Citibank have started to sell the dinar again, and I'm sitting there, well, and she said, I heard that George Soros is dead and that they are rounding up the cabal still, and that is why it's being delayed getting our RV. Well, I disagree with that, and for multiple reasons. But let me go to another one. I typed in, where is George Soros? And I get on a Fox breaking news, latest news, and it's about George Soros, and I click on it, and then error 404. In other words, they just suddenly decide they're not going to show you that page. And I see it again and again and again. So finally get to one. I said, well, I'm going to read this one anyway. And what I'm reading is they're talking to his son, Robert. And according to his son, Robert, and Soros, by the way, was 86 right now. Or no, take it back. Well, they said he was 90, but it shows 86, so I don't know which. But according to his son, get this, Robert Soros, trading was always influenced by more than reflexivity. And my father will sit down and give you theories to explain why he did this or why he did that. He once said, but I remember, get this, but I remember seeing it as a kid and thinking, Jesus Christ, at least half of this is bullshit. Now, was George Soros saying that Jesus Christ was half bullshit? Excuse my French. Or was his son saying, good grief, half of what my dad's saying is crazy? That's what I'm thinking. But if George Soros said that, then, and he is dead, then I know where he is today. And I think you may agree. I don't know how you feel about the man, but I like him and trust him about as far as I can throw him. And you want to wager that I can throw him over a foot? Anyway, I'm hearing that George Soros is dead. And to me, I've not cried, and I don't plan on it. But it's ironic that last night on the Dinar site, this morning, in other words, early this morning, that there was talk about Citibank suddenly selling Iraqi dinar. Could it be? Keep in mind, Soros is the largest interest owner in Citibank. But then they threw behind that, well, Wells Fargo may start, So I think what I'm hearing is another lie put together. If Soros is dead or near death, in Citibank they've decided to start selling dinar, then it is George Soros dinar that's being sold. So they can unload it and get at least what they paid for it out of it. That's my belief. I believe this man would go to hell before he would give up $1. I believe Hillary Clinton would rather die than give up $1. And I believe so many people would rather die than give up $1. That is the love of money. Never get that way, people. Don't get that way. Ever. I will give everything I have away to prove that I want to go to heaven. I don't want to go to hell. And I'll give it away tonight. I'll sleep out in the cold on the ground if that's what it takes. Anyway, I made a bigger issue than it was because to me, there's no love lost with George Soros, if in fact he is dead. But it does make sense that dinar would go on sale at only one bank, the bank he has interest in, and the bank where he would have all his dinar placed in his wall vaults or whatever they have for him. It makes sense. So think about that. I've not looked at the dinar today. I've not even typed it in. I started to, but I didn't. But I don't think there's a change. And what I saw last night, and I don't want to build you up. In fact, I'm kind of letting you down. It doesn't look good for now. Something happened. And whether it was George Soros dying that happened, but something happened. Somebody that's supposed to have signed off and left did not sign off, didn't leave, and there's no change. And then some of these world banks are backing out of the money that they want to give Iraq. So we don't know. But I need to add this and end it there. Still, in order for large companies to keep coming into Iraq, they have to be paid with Iraqi dinar, not the American dollar. Because if they're paid by the American dollar, that doesn't mean crap for Iraq because all we have to do is turn off the dollar to Iraq and they'll go away. And you know that. I know that. So think about those things. And I'm not going to do another one tonight, but I'm going to look in more of what I just told you and kind of verify it if it's true or false. And I'll tell you tomorrow about it and the dinar. And let's hope that, forget the rest of it, let's just hope that the dinar is still on a high right now. Jody Wolf Expoz.